Well, staying here locally as thousands of us, myself included, were impacted by today's Spectrum outage.
But it wasn't just homes and businesses, as many of our 911 call centers were also affected, having to send calls to neighboring counties before service was restored.
Now, 3 News reporter Ryan Hopper spoke with the organization behind this life-saving cooperation. And Ryan, what exactly is our EMS Plan B?
Well, Mike, Leslie, the official name for a 911 call center is a PSAP, which stands for Public Safety Answering Point. We have 17 of those across 11 local counties, and 5 of them today lost internet for hours. But because of the Coastal Bend Council of Governments, no call was left unanswered.
Thursday's Spectrum outage impacting thousands in the Coastal Bend. But thanks to a little-known organization, officials say a life-saving 911 service was left intact.
All calls in the 911 region here at the Coastal Bend Council of Governments was able to be answered by a dispatcher in our region.
But that takes a lot of communication across 11 local counties.
As soon as the outages occurred, Noel and his team were on it. They immediately started to communicate with our providers who are providing services to the PSAPs, Spectrum, Verizon, AT&T, checking with all of the majors to make sure we had connectivity.
But after learning 5 of their 17 centers were out of commission, Esquivel and his team immediately began working to get those calls redirected.
Those calls automatically did go to San Patricio. San Patricio was and is aware that calls would be routed to them. Any other contingencies that we did have to do for any of our other PSAPs that were operational, we did call them to make sure, or rather to let them know that calls will be coming to them, so they will have a higher frequency of calls than normal.
Making sure critical calls were routed to the right people fast.
We want to make sure that not only the call is delivered, but also that the dispatcher is comfortable with what's going to be happening.
And efficiently.
We also make sure that the calls will be removed when the incident has been resolved.
So when the next internet outage impacts our digital world, just know this brick and mortar office on the north side has a plan.
We have A, B, and C, and you should not be concerned with an outage. There is a call taker that will be available to you if you need 911 services.
Now, as many of you guys at home know, this was a far-reaching outage. Jim Wells County was also one of the areas impacted, but thanks to Esquivel and his team, emergency calls continue to be routed properly through a center in Rockport. And Alice Police Chief Eden Garcia told me that their 911 call center was back online by around 4 p.m. this afternoon. Mike, Leslie, back to you.